Hello fellow dazzlers and new players alike, Russell Joestar here taking you on a trip through time as we take a look at another classic arcade game, Atari's Battlezone. Yeah, I'm going a little bit basic with this one, but it's still a fun game when you manage to wrap your mind around the controls. Like, here's me using the default controls here and kind of struggling a bit with it. Because if you don't know Battlezone, one, it was actually a really cool arcade game where you wouldn't just stare at an arcade screen, you actually would look into a little visor and you'd view the screen through that. And you had two sticks that you'd control the game with. And through a combination of moving these sticks forward and backwards, you kind of control your tank. Here's some gameplay footage here. I'm actually using a different alternate control scheme, and I'll get to how to set that up in a different video where it's a lot more easier to use as a single stick. But why is this a game you should want to play? Well, it's kind of just a basic tank busting game, but it's a fun game to just pop in when you just want to blow something up and have basic, be basic with it. It's also just fun too because of the nice glow. For those of you who know how to edit the INIs for games, I will have my in a paste bin. I'll have the INI file I use for this game. You can copy paste it into your build of MAME. It should work just fine. So you can get the colors to pop a little bit, because vector games in MAME tend to by default look a little unless you turn on HLSL or you edit the INI file. And if you don't know what any of that means, I got a tutorial video up there. But how does this game work? How does this game go? If I could get my words straight, that'd be great. So Battlezone's pretty basic. You're in control of a tank and you gotta blow other tanks up. Occasionally you can find spaceships that you can shoot for some extra points, and every so often a missile's gonna drop down and try to blow your tank up, which you have to of course shoot and destroy it. And as you get further in the game, those missiles will get more dastardly. They'll start to do things like bob and weave out of your way to make it more trickier to hit you. Now, what else does this game have to offer? Well, that's just about it. But it's cool to kind of step back and revisit a game like this. And yeah, I know sometimes you get games where people are like, oh man, this is a classic, you gotta, and and it doesn't hold up. Like Double Dragon's kind of like that, where it's fun once you apply the speed hack to it. Then it gets a bit better. But this one's still a fun time. It's kind of like the arcade mode in Battlezone 98, just a bit more basic without different levels in between it and different ships. And it's also just nice to look at. It's just a fun, a glowing little game to play and experience that kind of piece of history. Because, Battlezone was a big deal when it first came out, even to the extent that the U.S. Army actually commissioned their own. There's only a couple cadets of it. It's called the Bradley Trainer, and it was basically used to help train, or was going to be used to help train U.S. Tank gunners. It was a bit of a different than this one. Way different than this one. And of course this led to the Battlezone 98 and Battlezone Rise of the Blackdogs on the 64 and Battlezone 2 Commander or Battlefield Commander, whatever that game's called, Battlezone 2 or whatever. And if you're wondering why this game never got re-released, it's because Rebellion actually bought the rights to Battlezone off Atari when they went kaput in the mid-aughts. So if you want a Battlezone remake, or you want a Battlezone, this version specifically, you gotta go bug them. But anyways, we got done enough jibber-jabbering here. Again, there's really not a lot to talk about with this one, but I still wanted to introduce it anyways. And you may have noticed here the gameplay, I'm doing a bit better. That's because what I did was I changed the controls to be able to work with a single stick. And I'll, of course, do a video on that as well to help walk you guys through that. But that's about it. And stay tuned if you are a fan of Rise of the Blackdogs, or you don't know what the Blackdogs are and why they're rising and why they put Battlezone on the 64. Stay tuned, because we are going to go over what I call the Biometal Saga, BioWars Metal Saga, basically covering Battlezone and Battlezone Rise of the Blackdogs on 64 and Battlezone 98 on the PC. With that being said, if you guys like the video, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, tell me what you like about Battlezone and what you find frustrating about it, and I'll see you guys in the next mission. We are going to be going over Battlezone Rise of the Blackdogs. I want to start with this one because I think it would be cool to just see that transition, even though the Rise of the Blackdogs came out second. Still, I think you guys get what I mean. Take care, and remember, no matter what anyone says, you are, of course, a beautiful star.